Good morning, everybody. Happy New Year. January 1st, 2026. I'm out on the 2023 Vespa 300 GTS Super. As of today, I have 3,715 miles on her. I'm out here just doing my first little motorcycle ride of the year. Got out a little bit early. I think it's around 11:15 a.m. down here in Alabama, and I figured I'd get out, because I'm sure people are gonna be out drinking and stuff and the next couple of hours and everything. So I figured I'll come out here a little bit early and get me a ride on and maybe talk about the bike a little bit. I had another video I put out a while back. I was kind of rambling on a little bit, just as I'm sure I'll probably, ramble on a little bit here. Let's talk about the price. I think at the time when I purchased this bike, I don't know, I'll just say around $8,000. It was, I think it was a 23 model, and I think I purchased it like in January of 24. So I think when I walked out, the dealer, they didn't charge me any like shipping prep or nothing. It was just pretty much the bike price, tactile license, So that was pretty cool. And I think they might have charged me like 150 bucks for some paperwork or something, registration fees. Let's see. So yeah, there's the bike. It's black. When I bought it, it didn't have this windshield. Of course, didn't have the GPS. It has, the standard equipment. I guess you could say what I've added. I added the Vespa windshield. It works great. Great wind protection. Like right now, I have no wind. The wind's like up here. Great for riding, especially in the wintertime. Summertime, I'll crack my visor open a little bit. But other than that, it's held up great. No fading, no issues. The dealer, I purchased the bike for him. They freaking scratched it a little bit. Don't want to service it, but I ain't going into that. Keep my blood pressure down today, Let's see. I put that on it, and then I'll show you on a little bit. I put it wasn't the Vespa brand, but I put another, and there was another like an off brand I got from, I think, a Scooter West. It was like a little fold down rack with a backrest, like a little sissy bar. I bought that. That made riding with my wife a lot easier. She felt a little bit more secure sitting on the back. But I've since taken that off, and I purchased, actually my wife purchased for Christmas, the Shad mounting rack, because I ordered a Shad 47 top box for the bike. So that should be in tomorrow, and I'm going to install that. I think it'll come in handy, because sometimes I ride this bike to work or somewhere, I'll go to, get something to eat. And it just gives me a place to store my helmet and throw a couple of things in the back. Just kind of expand the storage a little bit, and then I can pop it off on days when I don't need it. Let's see. Other than that, I think just the windshield. Oh, and I ran power from my GPS. I ran the main power cables from the battery on up through the front, and with a little, I guess, necktie, plastic piece, trim pieces in the front. I put a relay, and then I tapped that relay into, I think it's the USB power plug that's behind the front glove box. I tapped it into there, so once I turn my power on, that accessory power turns on, engages the relay, and then I get power from my GPS. So I got power coming on this side from my GPS, and then I also have some wires. I don't have nothing yet, but I have wires sitting behind this side for just, you know, additional power supply. I think later on I might put a USB charger or something here for a cell phone, or, you know, something like that. I think that's about it, but that was pretty, you know, easy to run. No issues there. And I guess we'll get back to the bike. As you can see, I'm out here. I'm on US, I think this is 98, and I'm doing 58 miles an hour with one hand. The scooter handles great, man. It rides good. It handles good. And I, you know, my main bike is a Street Glide. I got a 2024 Street Glide, and I mean, if I'm out here saying, hey, this bike rides and handles good, I mean, you can, yeah, this can be your, like, a daily rider. I mean, if you're not getting on the interstates, I mean, you can hop on the interstate for a little while if you want. It'll run 70, 74, whatever it is. I wouldn't recommend it. I mean, there's other bikes suited for that, but yeah, it runs great. Like I said, the suspension is pretty good. I kind of adjusted it a little bit in the back for my weight. The bike comes with a tool for adjusting the rear suspension. Front suspension is just like it was from the factory. It's set up, it you know, handles good. Comfort. The seat's real comfortable. Leg room, I don't know if you can see, but there's, you know, you got lots of leg room, and you can stretch it out Harley style if you want. You can bring your legs in, you can bring them back, you can move them all around, man. And I think that that helps out a lot with the comfort. I rode the bike one time from where I live. I live east of Mobile, Alabama, across the bay, along the coast, and I've ridden this all the way to New Orleans. You know, I took all the old U.S. highways and stuff to get there. It was about a 4-hour ride each way on the back roads, and comfort-wise, I did not have any problems. You know, my butt really didn't hurt. I mean, I'm used to riding a lot, but my butt didn't hurt. You know, it was comfortable. My legs never got cramped because I could move them all over the place. I mean, it was a pretty good experience. And then actually, on the way back, it rained. It had a nice drizzle the whole way back. Sometimes it poured a little bit, but with the wind protection and the weather protection in front and the windshield, I was kind of able to kind of, you know, get behind it a little bit, and it helped out a lot. Let's see, the suspension, everything, like I said, that's all real good. The lighting I think on this bike is excellent. I mean, really, like, no BS. It's real good. I think if you look back to my channel, I might have like a night ride I did on this bike, and it's just a quick little video. I was riding at night on some darker roads that shows the lighting on this bike. Very visible in the front. You have the main headlight is LED, and then you have the two turn signals in the front. They're normally white, and then, you know, of course, you turn signal on, they turn orange. They're bright also because it's like triangle light effect. On the back, you know, nice bright red LED light, and you got your turn signals in the back also. It's very good. I have no complaints. Yeah, I kind of think it's better than my Harley Davidson, actually. Let's see mirrors. The mirrors on this bike, awesome. I can set this the way I have these mirrors set up. I have complete, like, no matter what side I look in, I can look in this one and see almost behind me, and I can see this and, you know, see behind me in the other lane. The visibility in the mirrors is awesome. No complaints. Let's see. Quality of the bike. Vespa, I think it's, well, I'll start over. Okay, so for quality, it's pretty good. It's expensive. Like I said, these bikes are $8,000. You can get other cheaper options, you know, from you can get one like a BMW, man. It's got kind of fancy doodads and whatever. Or you can get some cheaper options through Yamaha. And those are real good scooters too. But just sticking with the Vespa, I think the quality's pretty good. I wish there were some pieces that were metal and that are not. Let's pull up here. This is a week's bag. No, we'll just pull up real quick here. People feel all these stray cats. All right, let's shut it off real quick. Ooh. All right. So if you're looking at the bike, front piece, metal, plastic, 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 like a plastic, metal, metal, plastic. Yeah. This is the shad rack I put on. I'm going to add the shad top case here. You know, everybody complains about checking, like, you know, some people, they say it's harder to check oil. Those dipsticks right here, I check my oil, man, before I go for a ride. So, and this bike, it doesn't burn any oil. I know some people say these bikes burn oil. I think that's maybe the braking in or how they ride it, and, you know, maintenance, changing oil, all that good stuff. This bike, I took it pretty easy doing all the break-in process. I don't dog it. I don't, you know, just get on it real heavy. You know what I mean? I just casually ride it, and after 3,700 miles, I do not burn any oil. Even, like I said, when I rode all the way to New Orleans and back, running 60, 65 the whole time, I didn't burn any oil. I think it just that initial break-in process, how you ride it, and how you maintain your bikes, you know. Yep, tires, City Grip 2 tires on here that come with it, very good. Like I said, I was coming back from New Orleans, it was raining, 4 hours in the rain, some spots raining pretty good, and these tires, man, they held the road. I mean, you can look behind me, I was going, and it's like, you know, nice dark line is cutting through the water. Like I said, you can see the tread. This is 3,700 miles on the front. I keep those at, I think, 27 or 28. And this is 3,700 miles on the back. And I keep these at, I think, 34 PSI. Storage on these bikes sucks a little bit. Yep, that's your storage. You can access the engine through here, as most people know. For getting gas, this little doodad right here is awesome. It prevents all that splashback. I bought this from Scooter West. You take your gas cap, because my first time I filled up this thing, I didn't know about that. I put my gas handle in there, boom, psh, had gas all in my damn bucket. Move this, brace it up here, put this on there. You can put your pump in there, and you can squeeze it until it goes click, and fuel does not shoot up. So I have two of those. I got one in my house and one in the bike. Like I said, weather tight, doesn't leak. Got two little things here to hang your helmet locks on, you know. Like I said, installed the shed rack, 2 bolts here, 2 there, and I'll put another video. Overall, Robot on Scooter West has a good video on this. But that's storage. Your front storage here. Push in, turn, punch in. Not much storage here. USB. That's where I topped in my relay power. You can stick some paperwork here, but I just leave it under the seat. Coolant's under here. Nothing's under here. We'll start her up. trying to think of some things to talk about, man. Like I said, I initially bought this bike because I was planning to do the scooter cannonball in 2025, but we had some health issues in the family and I was unable to do it. So, you know, there's been numerous times I thought, you know, well, I wasn't able to do it, I'll just sell the bike. But you know, I was like, well, the next scooter cannonball's in 27, maybe I'll go for that, you know, and keep it around for that. But there's times, you know, I thought about selling it. Even my wife's like, I thought you were selling it. She's like, yeah, but for some reason she even said, she's like, you talk about selling it sometimes, but then you never do. You keep it, you ride it. I ride this bike, I think, more than my street glide. You know, I have a little part-time gig at a local retail shop around here, and I ride this to my local gig all the time. It's so easy to ride. Like you see, I'm out here with one hand. You know, I was doing 55 miles an hour, just one hand out here riding. Oh yeah, speaking of that, I added the bar end weights. I think these are the bar end weights. Like I say, if you buy a Vespa top box or something, they recommend installing these a little bit heavier bar end weights, I guess, for stability. Some people say that there's like a little bit of a vibration sometimes at certain speeds. Say if you took one hand off the wheel, you start getting a little bit of vibration, and I did experience that once or twice. And I ordered these little Vespa bar end weights here, gone, like smooth, no hands, you know. Yeah, that works great. Yeah, like I said, the bike is easy and enjoyable to ride. Fuel mileage is insane. Like if you live in a place where, like me, I'm doing, I don't know, 38, 40 miles an hour, I'm getting 92 miles a gallon right now, 91. If you're running 65, you get about 56 miles a gallon. I took it to work. I work over in Mobile. So I did exactly, and the fuel light came on, and I was, you know, getting close to fumes, but I was able to do like 3 round trips, you know, taking all the back roads and everything to work. And that's a mix of, you know, running 55, 60, 65, and I averaged 74 miles a gallon. And I think I spent about like a little about $5.50 to go to work for 3 days. Yeah, I said the Vespa, it is an enjoyable ride, and I think for what it is, the quality, like going back to the quality, it's built pretty good for what it is. I mean, I don't know how to explain it. I mean, it is. Yeah, there's some things, like with everything. Yeah, I wish I could fit 2 full face helmets under the seat, but it can't, because it's the Vespa. It's keeping that Vespa style, kind of like Harley. You know, they got their heritage. They're sticking with, even though it's kind of modern. They got that heritage they got to keep. So I think the same thing with Vespa. But I mean, like I said, man, for what it is, I mean, I think it's a great scooter. It's a great product. And like I said, I mean, there's other ones. I think probably if this was my only transportation, man, I think, yeah, you definitely need a top box, like from Shad or something. And then if you're going to make some grocery runs, I would get a tunnel bag or something to hang under here, just to give you some more storage capacity. Like my dad lives up in Tennessee, so in the spring I'm going to ride this from down from the coast. I'm riding this all the way up. He lives up between Nashville and Chattanooga. In the springtime, I'm going to ride my scooter up. So I think I'll get me a tunnel bag to put down here. It kind of keeps my, you know, a little bit weight down low. And we'll go for a ride, man. It's a relaxing ride. I guess, man, if y'all got any questions, or if you ever want to know anything about the Vespa and owning it, let me know. I took it, like I said, I took it in for my first service one time, and I don't know, man, I think that was just like the biggest damn mistake I ever did when it came to bikes. I think I want to spend 300 bucks, man. It's like how does a freaking scooter, man, like have the same cost the same amount as a, you know, as a damn Harley to go in for your first service, you know? I think if you get it, just ride it and take your time with it, let everything break in, and I think you'll be fine for the most part. Like this, the warranty's up, I think, this month, but I mean, shit, I haven't been back since my first service 2 years ago almost, so, you know, so yeah, my warranty's, I'd say it's done. They wouldn't help me if I wanted it. Especially if you feel a little bit mechanically inclined, and you can change your own belts and rollers and variators and clutch. Scooter West sells all the toys you need, and the guy Robot, he's got enough videos. I mean, that's where I learned from. I took all my stuff apart, just like all my belt stuff apart. Yeah, I took it all apart one time just to be proficient at it. I watched his video inside my garage, took everything off the side, and I put it all back together. I was like, well, at least, you know, if I do it in my garage, you know, it's not my first time if something breaks out on the road. And the whole turn signal concept is kind of bust, I guess. Yeah, and then when I took the side cover off, like all the torque specs, like I had like a high temp Sharpie or something. I think I wrote all the torque values for the different bolts, like, you know, 20, 20, 20, whatever it is. I just wrote them next to, drew a little line, wrote the number, drew a little line, wrote the number. Just so if I'm on the side of the road, if I'm traveling, you know, I don't have to fumble through a manual. Yeah, very, very relaxing ride. The scooter handles very good. Yeah, I usually, like I said, I ride it maybe, you know, 2 or 3 nights a week to my other job. On a weekend, I'll come out here and really stretch, kind of get her all warmed up and run it good, you know, put some miles on them. Let's see. Yeah, I'm looking forward to getting that top box. That way, I mean, I can throw my jacket. I can lock my helmet on the side here. Especially if it's me and my wife, we can lock the helmets on by the seat, and then throw our jackets in the top case. And I don't have to worry about people walking off with them, you know. I said, I mean, this thing handles great. I mean, I'm doing 48 right now. The speedometer is going to be a little off, man. Once you go, you pothole. I think once you get to like 50, on a speedo, you start getting off. Like if you're doing, it says if I'm doing like 55, I'm actually doing like 48. But up to about 45, it's pretty accurate. But once you start getting above 45 miles an hour, you're about 5 miles an hour off. Acceleration pickup is pretty good. Like I'm cruising 48. Like if you got to get up and move. Oh yeah, we're doing 60 miles an hour. So that's pretty good. I mean, if you like them and you can afford it, I get it. I think, you know, whatever you buy, whatever motorcycle, whatever scooter you get, like there's nothing perfect. You know, all you can kind of do is find something that meets your needs the best, and kind of roll with it, you know. One cool thing is cops don't mess with you that much, man. I think they feel sorry for you. You're riding a scooter, you know. Like one time they had a bunch, like a bicycle race, and all this was blocked off. This whole road here was blocked off for cars, and then the cops were just like, okay, yeah, man, go ahead, dude. Just, you know, just be careful with the bikes. So I was able to just like zoom, and you know, because both lanes were blocked off. So if I get the bikes, you know, I would just kind of go to the left lane and just go around them, man. And I was able to get where I was going, where the whole road was shut down for like 45 minutes, you know. So yep. Yeah, I think this engine too, it's good. I mean, you got the 150s and 125s or 150cc scooters and stuff. But I think it's like a 200 and, I don't know, 80 or 70 something cc. They call the 300, but it's good because it's got a little bit more, like I said, passing, and a little bit more power, especially if you want to ride two up. Speaking of riding two up, man, if your rider doesn't have long legs, you know, you're gonna want to get the they make the peg extensions on the back that kind of bring them back a little bit, because it is a little uncomfortable for the passenger, and it kind of puts their foot, if they're not using their tiptoes on that peg, their feet are just jabbing in your back of your legs if you try to stop. So it kind of sucks a little bit, but I think that's one of my next little things. I think I want to get those little foot peg extenders moving back, and I want to get a tunnel bag. There's some guy, I think his Scuderia, or he's a German guy. There's this company that makes these tunnel bags. They seem pretty cool, and that you can pop them off and use them as a backpack. So I think I'm gonna get me a tunnel bag also. That'll all come out, you know, come handy if I do decide to ride in the Cannonball in 27. That'll give me some extra storage and shit like that. Man, it's a pretty day today. It's real nice. Real nice. I think it's probably maybe like 58 degrees or something. And it's not much wind, so I've ridden this thing, man. I think the coldest I've ridden was like 33 degrees last year, and it got cold after a while. But I mean, the way the windshield is and stuff, I was able to kind of like tuck my hands like this, you know, a little bit, and it kept the wind from hitting my hands, you know. But I said after about 30 minutes, 40 minutes, I started getting kind of cold, and I went home. Yeah, this bike, I said, I like it, dude. That's like, yeah, I don't have to keep it, but I keep it. It's also something too, man. I can throw in the back of my little truck or on a hitch carrier, and you know, take it and ride it, man. I think it only weighs like 350 pounds. So for most, you know, most trailer hitches, you're okay. This is down at Point Clear. We just went that last curve. We just passed the Grand Hotel. It's like a Marriott Autograph Edition hotel. So kind of bougie, I guess you could say, or fancy. on the top is you got people like this that you can tell they're from like out of town or something. It's like, just drive, man. Sorry for the sniffles. I got some bad sinus issues. I guess we'll go straight. People are crazy, man, sometimes. Like I said earlier, I mean, you can travel, you know, some good distances on the scooter. Like I say, man, it's not really designed for just, like I say, getting on the open highway and blasting 80 miles down the highway. But if you don't mind taking some U.S. and state highways and stuff, and staying around, you know, 55, 60 and stuff, it's a pretty pleasant ride, and pretty easy way to get around and go see some things. Parking is easy. Oh my gosh, there's a restaurant I come up here sometimes, and especially on the weekend, man, you know, parking is, you know, it's just jam-packed. You know, I ride up, me and my wife ride up on a scooter, and it's this place up here. I come here for breakfast sometimes, but this place here is there. Yeah, I park my scooter by the bicycle racks. It's like I just pull in, park it on the rack, or sometimes I'll find a patch of grass somewhere. I'll just pull it up on the patch of grass and park. It's pretty convenient. I mean, nobody cares. They're just like, oh, there's a scooter parked in the grass. You know, oh, cute. Look at the cute Vespa parked in the grass. They don't say nothing. Well, I'm gonna get some gas. I hope y'all enjoyed my low quality review of the Vespa. There'll be more. I'll be riding it. I don't think she's going anywhere for a long time. Like I said, if you got any questions or you're on the fence about buying one, you know, I might not went over everything, but you can ask me some questions and I'll tell you what I think. I ain't gonna BS you. So y'all ride safe. Take it easy. Later.